Daughter. Soulkey versus Big Baby. Swagger versus Party. Symbol versus Reality. Trap versus King. Supernova versus Deer. Jangbi versus SOS. Sleep versus Maru. Dream versus Byung. First versus Jakji. Viva versus Flash. Innovation versus Hero. Dongnaegu versus Gumiho. Rain versus Songduri. True versus Kangho. Bomber versus Super. Yongha versus Zoo. Starts now. WCS Korea Season 3 GSL.
Uh-oh, here we go. Hit another crossroad. Better make it count, cause you never really know. Built up, broke down, sick of being pushed around. You want it, you got it, because the time is right now.
What's up, guys? We're back here at GSL Codas Day number 2, Tasteless and Artosis, and it is so good to be back here with Codas.
It's fantastic.
Unlike our previous season.
It is amazing, Tasteless.
Yes.
And I tell you what, on top of that, on September 4th, it's 3 years that we've been doing Codas.
Isn't that crazy?
It's a long
We've been
time.
doing this for a while now.
Yeah.
It feels like, the
Does not
first
feel that
season
long, right?
was just like a few months ago, but we've been doing a lot of Starcraft 2 here, and we've come a long way.
Yeah.
All of us here at GOMTV.
Yeah, it's. I can't believe, when we started and where we are at now.
Yeah.
How different it is, but how the same it is as well.
It's cool because we've seen such an incredible storyline with so many great players.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen these underdogs, some of them rise to the top, become champions. We've seen kings fall from grace. And we're going to keep going.
And
the storyline continues.
Yeah,
another new chapter here with this season of Code S.
Yeah. We will be having a little contest for people, a little promotion for the 3-year anniversary, and you can see it right there.
Yep.
It's a video contest with fans for the 3rd anniversary, and you guys have a few days there. I guess Thursday through Sunday. And you can hand in a GSL-related video, fan art, match highlight, cheerful, etc. At the GSL homepage and Facebook. And you can, of course, see those right there. Facebook is at GoGSL.
So definitely,
because just GSL, not good enough.
It's not enough, man. So definitely participate in that. And again, expect great things to continue to come here from GOMTV in the future.
Oh, yeah, we have great plans.
We got big plans
as well.
Oh, yes, we do. So, going on to today's games, we got quite a lineup. I'm really looking forward to it. Yesterday, we didn't really have any upsets as far as who got out of the group.
No, Parting and Soulkey got out, which already makes this round of 16 one of our best ever in GSL.
Yeah.
With only 2 people in it so far.
It sounds cliche. It sounds corny. We say it sometimes, but when we say like that could have been a finals, it really could have. Definitely check out Parting and Soulkey. That series was incredible. That
was
really
nice.
Highlighted the raw strength of Soulkey's Zerg.
Mm-hmm. And it actually showed just how good Parting is, but still, he lost.
That was an incredible
but he played
series.
very well.
Yeah.
So he had some really cool strats in there.
You rarely see a Protoss player play that well and not come out victorious. So it's pretty impressive to see just how perfect Soulkey is when it comes to that matchup.
Yeah, and we've mentioned before that this is the most balanced season with 12 Protoss, 11 Terran, and 9 Zerg, but unfortunately I have to announce that it's even more balanced than before because now we only have 11 Protoss. Jangbi has retired. And, of course, Jangbi is basically tied for the 5th and 6, best player
StarCraft
ever in
1.
StarCraft 1. So him retiring
Yeah,
is
and
very sad.
It's a really big deal, out here in Korea and in esports in general. I know a lot of our viewers, a lot of you guys that are watching, might only be familiar with StarCraft 2, and I know a lot of the people that are watching had to get used to, like, okay, who is Flash now? Everybody's, freaking out about this Flash guy once he came to the StarCraft 2 scene when StarCraft 1 eventually retired. Jungbi, another one of these guys that is, like, in that pantheon of StarCraft legends.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, he's someone that's won multiple OSLs, too, if I recall correctly. And he in fact won the last
He won
OSL
the last one
ever.
that we went to together.
Yeah, the last ever Star League in StarCraft 1. So kind of a big deal that he's retired. Kind of isn't big in StarCraft 2 as much, even though he's in Code S, still shows that he's got amazing talent, amazing
and
skill.
if I understand correctly, he'll be doing his compulsory military service?
Yeah, I think he's taking a little bit of time off in Busan, his hometown, first, and then he'll be going to it. I'm not sure exactly how long, but...
And in case you guys didn't know, every able-bodied male in Korea has to go to about 2 years of military service.
Forces retirement at some point. He's decided to do that a little bit sooner than later. So best of luck to him.
Yeah, best of luck to him. We really loved watching his games. He was an incredible player. So on today's matchup, we got Symbol against Reality and Trap against Keen.
An insanely strong group, Tasteless. Symbol, a player that always gets deep no matter what. You can't stop him. But can he be stopped in this group? This is a very difficult group. Trap is one of the sharpest Protoss vs. Zerg players in the entire world.
He's new age. He's new school Protoss.
Reality is very strong mechanically, very strong at multitasking, and mixes his strategies quite well. And then Keen is one of the most dangerous aggressive players there is.
Keen's this guy, if you've seen us before casting him, he's this guy who knows exactly how to win.
Yes.
He will do whatever it takes. Always expect this guy to be in a round of 16 or round of 8.
Yeah.
He rarely goes out in the round of 32. He's somebody early on, a few years ago when we were casting him, I figured, this guy's probably going to fall off eventually.
Yeah.
Man,
he was a little bit cheesy,
wrong.
but
he is around. He's going to be here for a while, it looks like.
He filled in all of his skills, so he's an amazing player and has a chance to get out today for sure, I would say.
Yeah.
But this group is one of the hardest to predict, if you ask me, Tasteless.
It's a tricky one.
Yeah.
I want to say I think Symbol will get out.
He always does, so you're not wrong to say it.
I think Trap is going to get out as well, but it's hard to say because you can always count on
the two Terrans are so good. Like Reality, back when Kespa first made the switch, I remember he was one of the ones that when people were like, who do you like from Kespa? And I said Reality, because he's such a strong Terran player. He's just solid as can be. Mechanically so good and a smart player as well. So going to be hard for Symbol this first match.
It's going to be tricky. Symbol was somebody we thought was going to be a Code S champion in Wings of Liberty.
Yeah.
And
only made it to the finals in round of 4 and stuff like that. Though.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Too bad to see the guy fail like that.
Yeah.
No, I mean, really, we did think he was going to win, but it just never quite happened. And now he's here in Heart of the Swarm trying to do the same.
Never doesn't make top 8, man. Like, the guy's unstoppable.
He is always
up
around.
to that point.
Yeah. He's like Keen Plus.
Yes.
Either that or Keen is Diet Symbol. I'm not entirely sure.
Wow, that's really good.
Thank you, Artosis. Reality, this guy is very scary. I would say he is your, how should I say this? He is exactly what a Terran player is trying to be, just solid, standard, good mechanics. And it looks like we are almost ready to get into this match. Now, here are the player stats, which we have pulled together by polling the Korean esports journalists out here, which are following every single match and using their opinions to gauge where they kind of conclude that these players rank in these different categories.
And you can see that Reality has pretty good stats overall, but he doesn't actually get to play as much as other players. And in fact, in Pro League, he didn't have the best record. He went out a reasonable amount of times. And he did go on a pretty big losing streak there for a bit, but, that can happen. Best of ones in such a format, especially when Kespa at that time was so Protoss heavy. Didn't do that well, but listen, take my word for it. He beat Kongho to get into the GSL Korea, so that's
Kongho,
in a best of
known
3.
as Lucira.
Yeah.
So, and speaking of best of 3s, here is a best of 3. If you watched us last season, we were doing the Star League. It was best of 1s here. Not anymore. We're going to have best of 3s, so I think a much better chance that the better player overall is going to pop out of this group here.
I have to agree with that, Tasteless. The best format in the world, some might say.
I think most would say.
Yeah.
I think most would say
Well, the
that.
people that matter, me and you, Tasteless, we say it. The only ones with voices on this show, Tasteless.
All right, it looks like our map is loading up. Akalon Wastes is where it's going to happen. A ZBT, remember, the loser of this best of 3 is not out of the group. They just go to losers match. Winner goes to the winners. And this is where it all begins. So get ready, as we're going to have these two Titans duke it out. It's day 2 here in the best esports show in the world, the GSL Kodas. Let's go.
You can tell I'm excited, but the way my heart is beating, I'm gonna need a riot squad to help control my breathing. Communicating with me.
Over here in the upper left, we have the Zerg legend. He is
Anzubu symbol.
And over here in the bottom right starting location, new to Kodas here, he is
Samsungkan reality.
Well, here we are, Tasteless.
Yep, got some reality support here in the audience.
I think Symbol would get a bit more, but
I was a little surprised by that. I was like, really, guys?
yeah.
But
That's a rather quick SCV coming out, isn't it?
I sense some shenanigans here, Artosis.
Which type? Well, a second SCV, I guess
So
we now
I think we know for sure. Now, this Overlord, it looks like it's on. Oh, well, hold on. Well, that could end up rushing by unless he changes that course, that barracks there.
And this is, by the way, guys, so let's take a look at exactly what we're seeing here. First off,
Sure.
this Overlord doesn't look like it's going to scout this. And this is not
Is
a
it not
double
a-
11. This is
Is it just barely? You know what? Actually, I think you're right. I think with that,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, that's pointed in just the right
he changed
direction.
it.
Yep, he changed it.
Oh, it
Well-
might. That's really close.
Okay,
I might
we're
just
gonna find
barely
out.
peek at the
It's
edge.
really, I mean, I can't emphasize how important it is if he spots that right away. Okay, here we go.
You got to be kidding me.
Oh my! Oh wait, what? What did it get smaller? What?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, there he goes. All right.
so
So
he's
that
seen
barrack
it.
suddenly turns into a depot when the Overlord gets close.
Yeah. The Overlord now going to vamoose out of there. Now, this is a pretty late pool. He did make at least 2 or 3 drones after the hatchery, but this is not double 11 racks. This is double 12 racks. So it's a
Yeah.
little bit slower, and it's a little bit further away as well. Not quite as powerful as a proxy double 11 would be.
All right. We'll see how the Symbol controls here. Symbol's been good at holding stuff like this before. Interesting move here for Reality to open up this best of 3 like this. And he's going for a bunker on the low ground here.
Yeah, he's making it so far away. We see this sometimes where do you really want to commit all the way down there? And in fact, he's pulling almost every drone down.
That might have been an overcommittal there.
He's actually only got 4 drones mining, but he's got enough minerals that he can actually make a ton of Zerglings right now. So he's committing pretty heavily to trying to stop this, which of course he has to.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, he can run these Marines back into the bunker all the way at the bottom of the ramp while this bunker is on the way to finishing here, which is why we don't see the drones going all the way and trying to engage these Marines, because they will eventually get back. Spine Crawler almost finished here. He can get that in position here so that he can actually take... oh, wait.
And, he's got to be
Whoa,
so
whoa,
careful.
whoa, whoa,
Oh, my
whoa, whoa,
God.
whoa,
Definitely a mistake. They're losing a Marine. You don't want to lose even a single Marine at this point.
Oh, and miscontrolling again there
yeah.
by Reality, barely getting all 4 of those Marines inside on time.
But he does get them inside. Now, this Spine Crawler doing a very good job hitting the bunker, but with 2 SCVs there, the bunker's going to stay alive.
Yeah, he would have to get the Zerglings all the way around at that SCV, or he could hit it with the Queen, which is risky as well. Now, this hatchery is about at half health now. And, again, he really, if he loses the hatchery, Zerg has to do something very drastic in the next few minutes if he wants to win this game. And actually gunning down that Spike Crawler, really nice play there.
As well as the Queen. That was a very nice snipe. And this is a lot of Marines with the second bunker behind.
The Zerg will attack at the last second, and that moment is now.
Yeah, he needs to kill those SCVs off. He does go around them. Perfect full surround here.
Oh my God, that was perfect control there.
Really good by both
Reality.
sides.
Yep.
But now he doesn't have a bunker in range. He's going to go up the ramp.
Look at this.
Really well done. That's going to be pretty tough to stop. He is making a lot of Zerglings, but these Marines are going to get into a position that's very hard for Symbol to stop.
Now, I'm surprised. I thought he was actually going to go around to the corner and try to get... Oh, nice salvage from the bunker there. Trying to go around and get the hatchery from the bottom. But this is another effective move as well with the hatchery here. The gas guy, the mineral's in the way. It's hard for the Lynx to get around here and do any kind of effective surround.
Yeah, this is
when he gets to the spawning pool, I mean, he can just as easily walk back down the ramp here.
Well, at this point, Tasteless, you killed 5 drones, 2 queens, a bunch of lings, force cancel on spine crawler, and look at this, he's going to kill even more. These Zerglings not going to be able to clean up the Marines, and you know, with 6 more lings coming out, Symbol might just GG here. There is that possibility.
Yeah, 2 more command centers on the way here. There's going to be a huge economic lead here for Reality. Really nice control here on these Marines. These Marines are somehow still alive. And
the Queen going to go hunting very slowly. Of course, the Queen's going to be able to take those Marines out, but the damage has been dealt. This is Symbol like has all in from here.
And I mean, again, it's not even ending here. Now, that take out that 1 drone. Oh, looks like it actually will barely get away.
Oh, good thing. Doesn't want to be losing anything else. So,
but
it's.
Yeah, I mean, this is just such a strong position here for Reality.
Well, he's about to have his 3rd command center finish up, and he's actually got 25 SCVs against just 17 drones right now, making a factory, adding barracks. He's like so completely ahead in every way.
You could see actually there was he peeked up there. Reality did to see if maybe he could get back. Like maybe around that spine crawler, if that had been relocated or anything like that. And I mean, this is just a tough spot for Symbol in general for this entire group, because you start off, you do all this preparation, and you start off your day with a bunker rush against you that was so effective.
Yeah.
You're playing from a deficit. Reality, by all measures, should win this game here. And then you got to go into game number 2. Most likely with that loss, and you know, if you lose this series, you're in the losers. Even if you win that, you got to have that final match. It's going to be a tiring day here for Symbol.
Yeah, you know, he's really going to want to come back 2-0, but it's tough. Reality, this was a cheese that he did pull off, but he is a very strong macro player as well, so it's so hard to actually predict what he's going to come up with. And here we see he's actually going for Blue Flame Hellions, 2 factory. I mean, how do you even stop this as Symbol? The amount of pressure that's going to be put on, he's never going to leave his base.
And the default location now for those spine crawlers since the bunker rush is way out there on the creep. So these Hellions can just go right past that and do a ton of damage to these drones here. He won't bring them out just yet. Yeah, go ahead.
How do you stop this here? I'm trying to think, like, what is the true way, what is the best chance to come back? And it's very difficult to say. He is getting a Roach Warren, but is a Roach Warren, even if he doesn't have anti-Roach units, I feel like he's going to have enough to stop anything that comes.
Well, this is a situation in StarCraft where one guy just mathematically has all the numbers on his side, and that's Reality here. He's going to have the cash flow coming in, the tech is going to be there.
He's going to have 1-1.
Yeah, the upgrades are going to be there. He's going to have everything.
You know, so he's going to go Roach Banelin, which is probably what almost every Zerg in the world would choose to do here. In my own little brain, Tasteless. So what I would like to see is for him to hold the front with Roachbane and go into Infestor, because I feel like with how far behind he is, the only thing that could possibly get cost efficient enough against a sloppy Terran for long enough might be something like that.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
But,
well, I mean, this is just a tough spot here for Symbol. He's got the Blue Flame Hellions now parked outside here, and it looks like he's going to try to run now. I believe up towards the main here, and that's where he's going. But the Roaches blocked perfectly. Now they go down here towards the drones on the low ground.
Well, they're going to deal a pretty good amount of damage to the drones, but they're all going to end up dying.
Nice hit on all those lings right as they hatch.
Yeah.
And every Hellion goes down now.
So he killed 6 more drones only with that, actually, Tasteless. That was not as effective as he was hoping for sure. But in the meantime, he's taking that 3rd base. He's making siege tanks. So now Symbol has to decide, does he go for this attack?
Yeah, and it looks like the answer is yes. He is barreling forward right now. Now, when he got all those lings hit, that means a lot less banelings from that the Hellion. So he's going to be making these banelings now here. Ooh. You can see there's a little bit of a surplus here in gas for the time being.
Making a wall as well, making it a little bit harder to maneuver these units as Symbol wants to. And, well, with the bunker and 2 siege shanks, these Roaches going to die.
Yeah, before the attack even finishes, Symbol says, I'm out of this.
He basically knew that in the beginning.
Yeah. Well,
You have to try something,
you
right?
can't blame Symbol for at least trying that because this is a televised match and his career is hinged on it.
Yeah.
So he knows, well, this is the thing you're supposed to do. This is the only possible thing that might win. But reality also knows that and deflected.
Yeah. It was a good strategy choice by Reality.
Yep.
Something I was mentioning before. He mixes his strategies well.
Yep.
So it's going to be hard to figure out what he's doing. He has all sorts of macro play and one base timings and two base timings, like all sorts of builds. So the onus is on Symbol here, unless he wants to get aggressive, which definitely is something that we've seen from him in the past in Zerker Staring.
Well, Symbol is somebody who was able to entirely reinvent himself when it came to his strategies. He was somebody who was known as the supreme god late game.
Yeah.
Zerg, don't let this guy get enough Broodlords, Infestors, and Spine Crawlers, or you just can't beat him.
Yeah.
And then turn that around into somebody with an out-of-control, just tons of crazy all-ins.
Yeah.
Early game Symbol was like trying to ride a mechanical bull.
Yeah.
You ever actually done that?
No, of course not. Why
I have done that. I have done that because I have cousins in the South, and they're like, "We'll show you how to have fun." And we went to a bar, and there's a mechanical bull, and I'm like,
you got on?
I got on.
I would have. Whenever I look at you, the one thing that comes to mind is osteoporosis. I just can't imagine you trying that. I'm like, one of your bones would break at least.
I should have drank more milk, man.
Yeah. You don't look like a milk drinker to me, Taste.
I'm not much of a milk drinker.
I'm not
going
either,
to lie. Yeah.
But I don't think of osteoporosis when I think of myself.
All right, we're going to go onto the map. Whirlwind, it's a big map, which is going to be good for Symbol here. But you got to be careful against somebody like Reality. He is very crafty and already has a lead in this series.
You can tell I'm excited, but the way my heart is beating, I'm gonna need a reinforcing help